All right. So, give me 1 second, guys. We're moving on to some good shit. We're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff while streaming. I'm trying to pull up some videos and stuff. I might have to look for some. I should start saving them to watch later and stuff, but I just don't because I'm dumb. You know how it goes, right? You know how it goes, right? All right. Pulling up Twitch and stuff right now. Sorry for being late today. Just taking care of some stuff before tomorrow. Because tomorrow I might stream, but it's not guaranteed. So if you don't know, my current schedule is Sunday. Will be my current schedule starting, especially this coming up week. I'll be streaming from 8 till whenever. I already have Anniversary Edition. Oh, I'm under my son's name. My bad. Anyways, I'm gonna start talking about stuff that I'm interested in, be it from politics to skating to whatever. Just stuff that I'm interested in, things that I like, things that I'll be honest about, things that I can say on the different platforms. If I was just on certain platforms, it'd be okay. But since I'm not just on those platforms, I'm fine. But, maybe one day I'll do a stream on Rumble or something, and it'll be to lay out whatever you all think. Maybe I'll do like a weekly Rumble only stream, like on Fridays or something, Friday nights, like late night Friday nights. Thinking about it. I need my phone. Ow. I'll be right back. That kind of hurt. Hit me right on top of the fucking knee. Ugh. But yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more talkative. I got to start being a little bit more entertaining and start laughing at dumb shit. And not just in the game, but also, like, I'm being too game focused. Like, I like the games, and I like to be focused on the games. It's just, there's only so much you can say about Skyrim while playing it because it's such a fucking long game. Same with a lot of the games that I play. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. And I get that, I have a feeling I'll be making some skate videos and stuff. Just goofing off with my son, skating and shit. Nothing too crazy. You know how it goes, right? Right. Having fun with it. And mountain biking, too. I gotta start really thinking about planning out content on the weekends. My bad. There's gonna be an echo because I pulled up Kick. You can fuck off. I need to write a banned words list. First one's gonna be viewers. Second one's gonna be maybe Discord. Things like that. I need to block that. Hold on, what's this say? Something about a Discord? Hey, Mikey, back up. I'm not going to be Discord. I did ban you by accident because I thought you were just a bot. I didn't read it. I just assumed it was a bot. Every time I see the word Discord, I'm just assuming it's a bot. I'm not going to be joining any other Discords. I have my own. It's where I'm staying. Unless me and some friends get together to make one. Yeah, I'm just staying at mine. It's that simple. Not complicated at all. Nothing against anybody, but I'm not. I want to help people too, and I want people to help me, and vice versa. I want everybody to get, better. But Discord, I have problems with Discord in general. Just the whole ethos of Discord. Discord won't like me either. I'm surprised from the people that use Discord that don't get banned. Unless they've changed. I don't know if they've changed their bullshit, but thanks. Mikey. The big thing I want to talk about today is there's a couple things. Apparently, skateboarding is dying on YouTube. I don't see how. Every time I look up a YouTube video that's been in the past couple days, it's got plenty of views. I'll pull up examples and stuff while I'm still setting up everything. All right, I think everything's set up, so we'll start for real now. All right, so we're gonna be playing Skyrim. I'm gonna be showing videos when I can on topics that I want to talk about, things like that, and that wasn't supposed to happen, but it did anyways, because fuck you, me, right, Raystream? We gotta get that fixed. But I think I'm gonna be changing the way streaming works once I get a new, at least laptop. I could run the stream from the laptop, which would be nice. Cool. So, things I care about are very different than what, you know. It varies. Everybody's going on this mountain bike. These action sports are dying on YouTube kind of thing. That's not true. I mean, let's look. I'm talking about just normal YouTubers, not like Red Bull or some professional. So, I don't mean professional YouTuber. I mean professional skater. So if I type in skateboarding right now, right, and I do the last. Today, right? Today. Not shorts. Here's a 2-hour one. That's Paul Rodriguez. No, I'm good. I'm looking for something that where I don't really know the name. They can be professional in a sense, but they can't be like, I guess, old professionals. Spain Skate Life by this guy. I don't know his name. I can't say his name because I'm bad at pronunciation. How many views? Oh, that's a smaller channel. Problem is, most of them are shorts. Let me filter again some more. Video. Let's do 4 to 20 minutes because it seems to be the sweet spot. 7 hours ago. What's this? That's Thrasher Magazine. Never mind. Don't care about that. Don't care about Skate the Game. A lot of it's Skate the Game shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Sorry. Like, I just don't. It's a smaller channel, so it's not really. I don't know how else to view that. You know what I mean? Like, here's the problem. I don't think any of them are dying. I think because it's summer and it's the end of summer and everybody's going back to school. Dude, no, like, get the fuck out of here. That is a bot. Sorry, that is. There's going to be a lot of people switching on and off now, especially now. And once winter hits, they'll be back up again. It's not a big deal. The biggest problem too is that people don't realize is that like everything ebbs and flows, like viewership, all that stuff ebbs and flows, right? So like, I'll show you a prime example, right? And I gotta do more shorts and stuff, and I gotta bring that up. I gotta do like more segment videos, like just things that I'm doing, but all that stuff, right? So the biggest problem we have right now is that one, everybody's hard up for money. The economy hasn't gotten much better. It's gotten better, but it hasn't gotten much better, and it's not going to. I'm gonna be completely frank about this. The economy is going to suck for the next probably decade. All right? And if you're an adult, especially a male, specifically male for a reason, but I'm just going to talk on the male part. If you don't have something you could do yourself, I suggest either getting the tooling or whatever to start doing it yourself. Why? Because it makes sense, okay? I'm not... And if you don't have any skills, I'd learn one very quickly. Like if you're just turning 18, you don't have any like real world work experience. Things like, you know what I mean, right? I'm not shitting on people because if you're young and you don't have experience, it makes sense. Here's the thing. Learn a skill, get really good at it. Do it as side work too, to your regular job as well. And just secure yourself. That's all you got right now, man. The economy's kind of up in the air from here on out. That's just a fact. You can get mad. You can say that's not true. You can say whatever you want, right? But the economy's not getting better. I don't care what political party you're a fan of. We've been kicking this can down the road since God knows when. Our economy never had the shift that it should have after they sent all the jobs overseas, which should have never happened as well. All right, I'm not saying that should have happened. I'm telling you what should and should not happen. And yeah. What should happen, though, ultimately, is you taking care of yourself and your family. So let's get that out of the way. But yeah, none of this stuff is going to matter. There'll be big YouTubers who make the most money. There'll be small YouTubers who make some side money, and that's about it. That's what I'm trying to do here with Rumble, YouTube, all that stuff. Just, maybe some side money here and there, nothing crazy. I don't expect to be like a huge thing. If it happens, it happens. I'm not going to sit there and be like, I'm not going to ride. I'm not going to get on the ship if I'm going to get on the ship if it's doing good, if it's afloat. You know what I mean? Really, what I want to do is just support the streaming. New hardware, new software, new that stuff, right? But yeah, and my topics will range from gaming to political to whatever, to new, just general news. When I say political, it's mostly just general news. If you want to hear my opinions, I'll give you my opinions, things like that. It's pretty simple. Though I did want to talk about one thing today. I was watching, that's political specifically. I was watching Piers Morgan's show, and Cenk Uygur, Andrew Wilson, and some other guy and some British people were on it, which makes sense because he's a British guy, Piers is. There's a lot of problems I have with political parties right now, all of them. Not just the two that are in America, or the few that are in America, or the two real ones that are in America. Even the offshoots of those piss me off pretty good. And I'll tell you why. It sucks to say, and people are going to be like, that you're crazy. The reality of why I hate United States politics is because everyone's nice. Yes. It's because everyone is nice. I didn't stutter. I didn't make a weird sound. I mean what I said. So, look, on whatever side of political party whatever side of politics you're on, you're going to have the extremes. Now, people are going to call me extreme because of my views, but reality, most of America has a lot of these views, and not all of America, but a lot of America, if not most of America, has these views and will continue to have these views far in the future. And it's only going to get worse and worse for people who don't understand this. And by that I mean the normie, the everyday politician. They're not going to understand why what's going on is going on here in the near future because they can't. And the reason they can't is very, very simple. And it's not because there's an extreme side to both sides and everybody wants to work towards the middle. No. Everybody's tired of working towards the middle. Sorry, that's just a fact of the matter. No one cares about the middle ground anymore. There's no reason to care about the middle ground because nothing gets done in the middle ground. Nothing. Nobody's happy in the middle ground. Not the left, not the right, not the normie. Nobody's happy in the middle ground. Not one fucking person. Okay? And that's just a sad reality people don't want to talk about. Especially, excuse me, especially mainstream politicians. They definitely don't want to talk about that. And the reason they don't want to talk about that is very simple. It's super simple. It's because they don't want things to get too, quote unquote, extreme. Now, when I say extreme, their version of extreme is anything that's not a liberal stance. And yes, I mean like classical liberal stances. Not just liberal. The classical liberal stance, right? So you're talking about Enlightenment era liberalism. Not crazy lefty bullshit. Not... and that's where America's been for a while now. And they don't want to deviate from that because they're afraid to. Which is understandable. I'm pretty far right. Like if you were to put a... I don't know. I mean, I've been called an eco-fascist. I've been called all kinds of shit. Nazi. Not a Nazi. I don't like socialism. So you sit there and say Nazis weren't socialists. They were. Shut up. And I don't have a specific problem with specific, like races or whatever. It's just some races need to account for what they're doing, including white people. This isn't just a bash race people. Other races that aren't white, including white people. And it needs to be taken with a serious note on all sides of the political spectrum. But honestly, a lot of people need to start thinking before they do and say things. And I've come to the realization that I don't have a political party, and I never will in America anyway. At least not in my lifetime. And it's fairly simple to see why. Liberals would call my positions extreme, and yeah, it's just, I mean, they're wrong, but like, I mean, there's something else I could really say besides that, right? Like, liberals would call me extreme. The quote unquote American right, which aren't even really right wing most of the time, are just liberals LARPing at this point. They have been for a very long time. It's what we used to call neocons or neoliberals and things like that. I don't like socialism. I don't like communism. I don't like leftist policies at all. They all seem to suck. All it is tax everybody and pay for everybody. That's all it ever is. That's why I don't like it. Sorry, but if you really want to know my political thing, it's literally a weird mix between some people say it's libertarian idea, to fascist ideas. But now fascism doesn't even really mean fascism anymore, so it doesn't really fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? And not same with like Nazi and shit. I mean, even with socialists and shit. Like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, we live in a quote unquote capitalistic society, but I have yet to see this capitalism in full effect, and it pisses me the fuck off because it's like I've been told my whole life that we live in a capitalist society, yet I haven't seen anything capitalistic about this society. The only thing capitalistic I see is that it's closer to socialism and or fascism than it is anything else. People are gonna get mad when I say that, but that's just a reality, man. Like, it just is. You can get mad. In most normal people, political theory or not doesn't really matter to me. Yay, I got my last one. And we need to get up to 100 in enchanting. That's the only reason I'm in here today. I don't even know what the mission is for this dungeon, and I'm just in here crawling it because I want to get stuff. Not a bad little haul. Not a great haul. Not a bad one. It's just been like U.S. politics in the West in general have been just shit for decades now. So I've been following politics since I was in middle school because of 9/11 and things like that. You kind of had to, when I was a kid, once that kind of stuff started happening, you started pretty much following politics because you don't want to. There was a. I don't even know what I did there. Anyways, you kind of had to follow politics because it was all over the place. I'm not even a huge fan of politics. I think most governments are faking gay. So, because they are. Like, the reality is, if you want to know the reality of the world, I can tell you the reality of the world very simply, very quickly. The world only works by force and those who are willing to use it. Nothing changes unless there's force applied in extreme numbers and you can beat the opposition to your force, right? That's how it works. That's how reality works. It doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what your political ideas, leanings are. Your ideas do not work unless they are backed up by force. It's just a fact. You can get mad about it. I don't really give a shit. And people do, because they're like, that's not true. It's like, no, that is true. It's 100% true. It's about force and enforcement, which requires force, hence the name enforcement. That's all it's ever been about. That's all it ever be about. And it's not that might makes right. It's might makes. So it has nothing to do with might making correct. It just means might makes. So, in other words, like for instance, this would be the prime example, right? So let's say we're in an anarchy society, like Ancapistan or whatever, and this is why free markets are dumb too. I want freer markets, but that doesn't mean free markets as a whole are good. And I'll tell you why very simply, and it's gonna piss people off, because there's no such thing as a free market if there are any laws in the books. Period. It would have to be an ANCAP society for that to work, which means you have no recourse for murder, you have no recourse for theft, you have no recourse for just basic stuff that we have recourse now for, right? Except for physical violence. So you would have to be capable of physical violence for it to work. Society would degenerate into nothing but mass violence, which is actually fine with me. I'm not against violence in any form, way, shape, or form, because I understand violence, right? Like, I'm okay with violence. Like, and when people say they're not, and what's really sad is, like, you'll hear people that were in the military and went overseas and fought and stuff, like, you're not okay with violence. Like, yes, actually I am. Violence is order, if you haven't realized it yet. You're okay with violence too. The person saying you're not okay with violence, like someone who was in the military, they're going to tell you, well, you're not okay with violence. No, I very much am okay with violence. I've been around it my whole life. I understand it better than politics. That's for fucking sure. Politics is all fake and gay. And that's just a sad reality people don't want to face. So, there's that. Because everything's based on violence. Or enforcement of violence, or threat of violence, whatever you want to say. It's all violence. It's all it's based on. And anyone who says it's not is completely insane, doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, For instance, I'll give you a prime example, and it's you're probably gonna be like, no, that's not true, or whatever. It's gonna be 100% true, and I'll tell you why. Because it's just the way the world works, bro. You know, there's no point in getting mad about it. There's no point in being upset about it. It's just how it works and how it will always work. Like, it's just the way it is. I'm not sitting here saying it. Should it be that way? Probably, actually. Like, honestly. There's a lot of stuff down here that I don't want. Is there anything that's, like, good? There's just, like, random boots and shit. People's clothing. Whatever. But I was listening to Shank, and this is what I mean by stop being nice, and why I think it's the way to go. It's not because I'm tired of being nice. It's literally there's no point in it. It doesn't go anywhere. That's the point in not being nice. It doesn't help anyone do anything, right? So when I say stop being nice, I mean it too. Like, I'm not saying go completely violent, but like, you don't have to be nice to people who your worldview doesn't match with theirs. You don't have to. And the fact that people think that you have to, which is mostly liberals, by the way, and the left when they're losing, just a general leftist when they're losing. The fact that people think you do or that you should is completely retarded. Don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. Because like I said, everything is based on force. Everything. They can say, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. They might not like that it's based on force, which is fine. I don't like a lot of things in the real world. I don't like the fact that the sun doesn't like my skin. I don't like the fact that I live in a socialist hellhole, feminized socialist hellhole. Where am I gonna? Where else? What else can I say? I don't like. I don't like the fact that our economy is shit because boomers don't want to grow the fuck up because they never did. Their version of growing up was having an easy life throughout most, if not all, of their life, and then saying you're not working hard enough to millennials, Gen Z, whomever. Meanwhile, I have never seen a boomer work as hard as any millennial or Gen Z, and I've never seen or Gen X. Gen X has its own problems. We can talk about that later. But, I have problems with Gen X too, just not to the same extent that I have problems with boomers. Boomers will tell you that you're not working hard enough and then stay at the same position for 30 fucking years. So, like, my whole lifetime. Meanwhile, they don't really need to work because they have all their shit together. Because they could get their shit together at the age of 14 if they wanted to. And some of Gen X too, alright? That's why I have a problem. That's why I have a little bit of a problem with Gen X. It was a little bit harder for Gen X than it was for boomers. I will say that. I'm not saying Gen X is useless or dickheads or anything like that. My view on Gen X is pretty simple since my parents are Gen X. You didn't hate your boomer parents enough. Everybody sits there and says, boomers raised millennials, and I'm like, maybe late boomers, but like most of the Gen X people I know were raised by boomers. So like, and they're old. They're like in their 60s now. So think about that for a minute, right? I was raised by early Gen Xers. That's probably why I don't follow the normal millennial bullshit. Because I don't really... I think most of them are weak and gay. Both mentally and physically. Mostly mentally, but... I don't know if you can care anymore. Ingredient. No. If you can't carry ingredients, then we're done. We're done. We're getting the hell out of here. We're gonna drop off one dumb thing and get the fuck out. Perfect. I'm still carrying too much. I'm carrying like one extra little pound of something. Half pound of something. There. Let's get the fuck out of here. The only reason I came in here was to just do some bullshit while talking. Now, I'm going to get back to the Andrew Wilson and Shank Uger thing. They were debating on a bunch of different stuff on the Piers Morgan show. The one that always stands out to me, though, which if you have any brain whatsoever, is the burning of the flag has been coming up a lot recently. The American flag specifically. FYI, I'm going to tell you what the average American actually thinks and what liberals tell you to think. And what people will say they think, even though they're lying to you about it because they have to. Because if they don't, they'll be chastised by liberals. They won't say it on video, and they won't say it on, like, they won't be saying this kind of stuff to people that they don't know. Or the average person in America, what they think about burning the flag, the American flag inside of America, is those people should, at the bare minimum, get their ass kicked. But if you really grill them, they'll probably tell you, I think they should be shot on sight. Like, I'm that person. Like, I will tell you, that person should be shot on sight. What are you talking about? Right? And there's a reason for this. You may see it as extreme, but it's not. The extreme position is that you're allowed to demoralize Americans by burning their flag because freedom of speech or whatever. First off, we had laws up until 1989 that you could, and I repeat, could not burn the flag at all. So yes, I'm sure our founding fathers would be super stoked people burning the flag. Secondly, every person who's an American who has any balls, especially mostly males, I will say that it's mostly a male thing, who has any fucking balls, will tell you, yeah, I think they should probably at least get their bare minimum get their ass kicked. Nothing. That's just the truth. I know there's people out there that like bend this kind of thing and like, well, not everyone. It's like, yeah, well, most people is what I'm saying. Most people would want that to happen. It's just reality. No one's mad about it but liberals and leftists, and that's it. And no, I don't think you should be able to burn the flag inside of America. I think you should be shot on sight. I think you should deal with the consequences of your actions. Because here's the funny thing, right? Everyone says that about conservatives or the right wing or whatever. It's like, well, you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. It's like, well, yeah, but the left doesn't. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, they rioted for a whole fucking summer in 2020, and they all got fucking let go. So yeah, no, I'm good, dude. Like, I don't want to hear your bullshit anymore. Like, that's just the reality. And Andrew, and when I'm not here to shit on Andrew Wilson. I'm not. I like the guy. I think he's funny. I think he has good talking point. Good arguments. Good talking points all the way around. I'm not here to shit on the guy. I'm going to say, though, he's too nice. And I think that's a big problem on the right, especially. That's why I think 99% of them are liberals. In hiding. LARPing liberals. So. Not Andrew Wilson, though. He's not a LARPing liberal. I will say that. But I'm talking about, like, a lot of the the goofy ass fucking right wing people that they say they're right wing, but I'm like, you're not right wing. You think you're right wing, but you're not fucking right wing, dude. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. You're not right wing. You want to think you're right wing, but you're not fucking right wing, bro. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that we're such a like they say we're so far right compared to the rest of like the Western world. It's like, well, first off, we kind of control the Western world, so it doesn't really fucking matter what everyone else is doing. Like, they come to us for money. They come to us for everything. So they can shut the fuck up and stop bitching about it. This is why I don't believe we have allies, by the way. No one gets to tell... I'm sorry, I don't care what country you're from. You don't get to tell other countries what the fuck to do. Or what they're doing wrong. You can say it's a bad idea, or you think it's wrong, but you don't get to tell them that you're doing it wrong. Like, for instance, right now, I'll give you a prime example. I think Japan's committing suicide right now by letting in immigrants. Full stop. Legal or illegal, does not matter. They're committing suicide right now doing that. All the placate, all the tiny hat people. And yes, I actually mean just, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're placating the tiny hat people. So, for me personally, I think the best thing we could do at voting, we're not going to vote our way out, FYI. So anyone who's on the right or the left, on the extremes, you're not voting your way out. Anyone who's liberal, you're not voting your way out either. You're going to end up in the same position everybody else is going to end up in. With a fallen economy, we're going to move to a more socialistic state, if not a communistic state, because communism won, FYI. I don't know if you all noticed that. But, yeah. That's what it is. People get mad when you say that, but it's just 100% the truth, man. The Red Scare wasn't a scare. It was actually real life. And they won. All because of... all because we're supposed to just placate and be nice to leftists. And we're supposed to be nice. Be nice. Nah, dude. Fuck that shit. There's no point in being nice, especially to the political opposition, or even just opposition to your lifestyle, or your life. Like, everybody says this all the time. Liberals won't tell you how to live. By the way, every conservative that lives in a liberal society, which is America is very liberal, the West as a whole is very liberal, is by definition living by a liberal society. So, that's the way it is. It's just reality. The right, because liberals are left wing. By the way, they're not center. They're a left wing. There is no center. Just FYI, if you're a centrist, then you're not a real person. I hate to tell you that. You have no real opinions. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk anymore. You don't stand for anything. So, now, and all centrists are just liberals acting like they're not liberals because they have a few right-wing opinions. That's all they are. They're just liberals, majority liberal opinionated assholes who quite literally have one or two right-wing opinions. That's it. What would be considered right-wing in America? Which isn't considered right-wing in my book. So. But then again, people are going to be like, well, what do you know? Well, a lot more than you, because I actually studied history and all that. I don't look at the... First off, let's start with this. The Overton window is bullshit, and it doesn't make any sense. Only retards think that shit makes sense. I will when I use the phrases like liberal and stuff like that. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Is the Overton window? That's so you can understand it, because because more than likely, if you're an American, especially, you grew up under that. To me, there's only a left and a right. There is no in between. There is no being nice. None of that shit. None of that shit's real. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Oh yeah, Dragon's Bane. Get fucked. You can fly away. I'm just gonna go into your nest, and you're gonna land again. And you're not gonna land. What a douche! I'm not pulling out my crossbow for this. Ah, you missed. You're a shit dragon, by the way. Where you go? How'd you go up into the... That's crazy. I don't even know how you went up into the mountain. Dude, if you're gonna sit up there, I'm just gonna go over here until you get down. Like, fuck off. You're not gonna bother me none. I'm a Nord, so... Like, your frost magic does absolutely fucking nothing to me. Your frost shot does absolutely nothing to me. Fucking land. We'll fight. God, you're fucking stupid. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck did you even go? Are you fighting some dumb fucking animal? What are you even fighting over there? I mean, this is fucking retarded, guy. This is a bigger pain in the ass than fucking... So, politically speaking, I'm probably, like... I'm the furthest right you can get without actually being right-wing, I guess. Nah, I'm the furthest right you can possibly get, probably. Yeah, well, fuck off. You're gonna fucking land, you piece of shit. I'm tired of fighting your dumb ass in the air. No? God, you're a fucking douche. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm just trying to shoot your ass. Missed that one. Be here all day shooting him with a crossbow because he won't fucking land. Still not landing. You know, I really don't like you right now. Because you're just pissing me off at this point. You're a worthless shit that won't land. Nope. Still not landing. 'Cause 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 Yeah, this should be over already if you just fucking landed. Gonna go over here then. See what he does from there. Just gonna fly around in circles. Fuck does Hag Raven come from? You were quite literally at your nest, and you're just, like, being a douche. Sometimes I hate dragons. I knew I was gonna miss. I figured I'd try, though. He's afraid of me. But yeah, so the reason this whole flag thing came up is because Andrew wants to put people in prison. I don't know his actual view because I know he can't say the things that I would say, things like that, because he's too big and he'll get kicked off very quickly. And he has people working for him now, so he has to worry about that kind of shit. I don't. Anyways, I will have to eventually, but at the same time, I really just don't give a shit because it's just video. FYI, to the right, you're being oppressed right now by liberals and other leftists. Just a heads up. Like, you want to talk? They want to talk about oppression. You can't live the way you want to live. You can't. You're not allowed. They say you are, but you're not. The second you leave your house, you're not allowed to live the way that you live. You're not allowed to not see gay people fucking in the street. You're not allowed to see, to not see it. Like, as in, you're always going to see it. Like, you're not allowed to do that stuff. Like, you're not allowed to have a normal fucking day in your life because liberals and just the left in general, including liberals, because liberals are leftist, just FYI. Yeah. That's the reason why you're being oppressed. You actually can't live the way you want to live. Because according to them, that is oppression. Just remember, that's their definition of oppression. Not mine. Not even the rights. Liberals. I don't know how far to go out in front. Dude, I can't fight you. So, like, maybe if I put this away, he'll come at me again. I don't fucking know, dude. Dude, there's plenty of places to land. Where do I have to go for you to fucking do it? Like, Jesus Christ. We're in an open fucking field. Like, you're not that fucking big. You could fit right here. You did it earlier. Can't fast travel either because there's an enemy flying around. Should keep going. Hopefully it follows me. Anyways. And you're still fucking flying around like an asshole. Hope that was hanging moss, but it's not. Should keep walking until you decide to land, bro. That's all I can really fucking do. Because you're retarded. From what I've gathered. Well. Well, if you can get him, I'll sit and chill. Hopefully he'll come down because there's more of you here. He doesn't even look like he's trying to attack the Imperials. Not that I really like them anyways, but... I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Just going back to Markarth. Because eventually he'll land. I don't fucking know, dude. This is stupid at this point. Right now I'm just like walking around in circles. Hoping he'll land. If you guys kill him, that'd be cool. Because then I don't have to worry about it. But he's not even stopping. Like, he's just flying. To be honest with you, there's no point in me giving a fuck about this anymore. Until he lands. So... I guess he killed that person? Someone did. Why is that person naked? There's no closer here. I get it if they were closer here, but there isn't. Is there even a campsite or anything? Oh, there's some right here. I don't know if the dragon will ever fucking land or stop. Just so if it doesn't, I'll just fucking walk home, I guess, or do whatever I feel like doing. Really, no point in giving a shit until it lands. We just use a regular bow. I know I'm not going to hit him, but... Not that I really care, but, you know. Well, let's go, Goat. This dragon wants to be broken as fuck. He can stay broken as fuck. I don't give a shit. That was cool. He flipped it. Until he attacks me, I'm just gonna walk around and pick up materials. If he never does, then whatever. He can stay the fuck over there or whatever. I don't really give a shit, to be honest. He's starting to piss me off, I guess you'd say. Oh, I'm hidden, huh? If I'm hidden, that means I can fast travel. Fuck the dragon. Nope. Guess not. He just went down over there. I don't know how he died, but he did. That was so stupid. Where'd he go? I don't even know how far away he was. I don't care. It was stupid as shit. I kind of wanted the dragon bones, but whatever. That was in Markarth. But yeah, politically speaking, it's just skating's been getting weird. There's some innovation coming out, though. I just got used to the globes. They're pretty sick. I miss the globes. Honestly, I missed them. They were my favorite winter shoe, and since winter's coming, I decided to get those because my Adidas's were... The soles were fucking done. My left toe box was shredded from trying to do kick flips and heel flips and shit. Those are a little bit tougher, so they'll last a little bit longer. I'm hoping the winter. We'll see, though. Once that first hole opens up, I need to get some glue, though. Shoe goo, yeah, from the store, and just put it on the toe box. I need some dumb motherfucker to walk out here so I can talk to him. Yeah, some crazy shit's happening. I just think everybody's being too nice, both the left and the right, but the right especially. The right's far too nice, dude. And it's great that they are, but it's also like a hindrance to them, honestly. Like it's a huge hindrance to them. And they don't even realize it. And it's kind of sad that they don't realize it. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like let's say you have like a family member, let's say it's a brother or even like a cousin or something. That's on like that's like addicted to like crazy drugs, right? Or they're alcoholics or whatever, and you're just trying to help them, and they just don't take the fucking help. That's the way the right feels. They're the person who is trying to help somebody, but they never are able to help because they just keep relapsing constantly in this country. And it's not the right that's relapsing, it's the left that's relapsing into retardation. I'm sorry, but like, it's just like the fact that we're even arguing about a lot of the stuff the right argues about is retarded. Like, no, you just say no. No, that's not a thing. No, that's not a fucking thing. That's what you say repeatedly. I don't want to go back there. There's always so much shit there. Anyways. And skateboarding and like all this other shit. Like all these people. I mean, I'll talk about it right now. So there's a lot of leftism in action sports, and I don't understand how. Like all actions, or what you would call action sports, or extreme sports, or whatever. I call them action sports because I think they've kind of moved the name from extreme sports to action sports to have a little bit more seriousness in the sport than just, extreme. I mean, they are extreme sports to a point. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not. They are extreme. Like, the amount of damage you do to your body skating by itself is extreme. So. But it just seems like nothing's getting better. It's not a black pill either. It's just the way it is. Like people are like, "Oh, you're just black pilled." It's like, nah, dude. I don't know if you've been paying attention at all, but it's not a black pill, my friend. That's just the reality. Looking at the future is very bleak, and I know it sucks to say, and it's not fun to say, and it's all of that. You know what I mean? It's not the greatest thing to point out. And that's why people get defensive and call you black pilled or whatever. It's like, dude, if anything, that's the white pill, man. Realizing what's going to happen, there's nothing you can do to change it. Yeah, that's a fucking white pill, bro. It really is, and just people want to act like it's not, and I'm like, you're fucking crazy. So, I guess we'll head to Markarth, or Solitude, because I've been everywhere else except for Kurt's West, whatever this, however the fuck you say that. I just haven't done that yet either. I haven't done a lot of these things, but we'll get to them. I'm kind of become Thane everywhere, trying to become Thane everywhere first. Does that make sense? I should have did it before I started the Dragon line, and just became Thane of Whiterun at the end, right? And then did the Civil War afterwards or something. I don't know. Like everybody talks about like all these problems in America. A lot of them aren't real. But the ones that are real are a problem. and no one wants to deal with them. So, because it's not nice or whatever. I don't give a fuck what's nice, dude. That's the problem. You guys think things are supposed to be nice. It's not about niceness anymore, my friends. One ideology has to win, and it's going to be either by force or someone's going to give up and just stop trying via talking. That's how it always works out. It's one of those two things. And like I said, I'm not against the use of force. Do I want it to happen? No. But am I against it? No. Anyone who's against using force for their ideals, they're not serious people. They're just not. And force comes in many things. But the cope of protesting being forced needs to just stop that. If you think... If you honestly think that protesting does anything, you're a fucking idiot. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Because let's see. The only time that we've had change is actual change is Obama and then Trump's first stint, 4 years. That's it. It's the only time we've had change since and I guess if you want to count this, I don't know if anyone wants to, but if you're going to count this, you can also say like during Bush's administration as well. But that was for the worst. To be honest, all of them did it for the worst. Nothing's better than the others. Anyone who's claiming that is just a fucking idiot. And look, I get it. People don't want to ruin their lives to make the world better and in ways, and I get it, right? I get it. It's hard to want to uproot your life because you stand for something, especially when you have things like children to worry about. I'm not calling them weak. I'm not doing any of the sort. I'm just being honest about what's actually going on, right? What's actually going on right now is that we have a bunch of people who run our government, who are loyal to Israel, and that's not good. And something needs to be done about that. Pretty fair and simple to say, man. Cool, I guess. Yeah, we know he used to. Who's this? Nah. You'll be alright, bruh. It might take some time, but... Well, where is he? There's ore right here. It's silver. Anyways. And mountain biking is kind of failing right now, too, on all fronts. And it's mostly because of what they did during COVID. It's their own fault. It's the company's own fault. The company's own fault. They did it to themselves. So... I mean, it definitely sucks that we lost a major brand like GT. But, the reality is that they did it to themselves. All of them did it. The only ones that survive seem to be the not seems to be the ones that aren't the most costly. Do you understand? Like the ones the companies that are surviving are either really big, like Trek and Giant. Oh, they're going through a little bit of a rough patch too, so don't get that conflated. Um and and the bike brands that are like direct to seller, like Polygon, things like that. Some other stuff is surviving, but it's barely, dude. If anything, right now, if I was anyone right now, and I was gonna be doing, I see that. If you find the guy, maybe he's in his house or something. I don't know. Shut the fuck up, dude. You'll get your ass handed to you just like everybody else will. So, but yeah, like people who are quick to go to violence don't understand violence. It's not necessarily true. Um, alright. I mean, I'd rather beat up the Silver Bloods since they're the ones who locked me in jail, anyways. Um, yeah, the mountain bike situation. Also, they're the whole problem with mountain biking right now. If you want my honest opinion, is that they're sticking to carbon fiber, which is fine, except for no one wants to buy carbon fiber bikes because they're expensive. You're not so tough, are you? Persuaded you pretty easily, and I have nothing in my besides levels. I have nothing going on in my speech. Um, if I was anybody right now, I'd probably start making stuff for mountain biking. Uh, it's expensive to get into, I'm sure, because you need machines and whatnot. But nice. Oh, I did that. The only thing to do around here? I see a lady up there. I kind of want to talk to her. The door's probably locked, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna take your mushrooms, though. What's this place? Someone else's house? Yeah. Miner's barracks. Yep. Oh, you just bitch about everything, don't you? I mean, I do too. I bitch about a lot of shit too. It's just not. Yes. Find another job. Please do. Alright. Yeah, I finished that. That was pretty easy. Off to Solitude. But yeah, if I would start making, if you can, if you have like a CNC machine, start making parts that are as cheap as you can make them without sacrificing quality, right? Like, obviously, no one wants cheap mountain bike parts that suck. It's just obvious. You know, it is what it is. And I'm glad people don't want shitty mountain bike parts, but you can make them for cheaper. You just gotta, I guess you gotta find a good supplier for materials. Like, a CNC machine, you could make a lot of parts, small parts for a bike with a bench CNC machine, honestly. I'm just picking flowers, bro. Yeah, I can help people out every once in a while. Yeah. Maybe some other time, guys. Is this the winking skeever? Yes. The winking skeever. Excuse me. What a bitch. I'm just getting missions. It's just how I do things. Can I talk to you? Alright. Not a bad place to hang out. The Winking Skeever, huh? You're a cunt. Kids these days, right? I guess I should take a nap because it is nighttime. What time is it? I'll take like a 12-hour nap. Get a room. Start in the morning. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Dude, all this shit. I'm glad you like doing that. Doubt. Who's this guy? There's a guy that was walking up here. I have no idea where he went. This is the Imperial Legion area. Must be this a blacksmith. What was this place? Fletcher's. I'm gonna go in and see, check it out. Alright. I'm just trying to do missions real quick, that's all. Okay. Wasn't an insult. It was a legitimate thing. Like, honestly. Nah. Hmm. My sword will be fine, bro. That's the problem. You think I care about your opinion on me? Where is this guy at? Okay. He's in here, but he's not in here. Oh, wait, there might be a bunch of shit highlighted. I forgot about that. I'm dumb as shit sometimes. Anyways. What do I have highlighted here? Who really knows? I'll do that later. Where the hell is he? Hey. Just in the way at this point, bro. The fuck is this guy? And I went, was he working at the Temple of Divines or something? I don't know. There's okay. You're about to get your ass kicked. That's what's going to happen. Because I'm going to join the Stormcloaks, and you're going to be like, oh my god, what the hell is happening? There's a guy. Running around like a weirdo or something. Sir. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, I'm pretty good at doing shit, so. Who's this? Oh, wait. I feel like this is a Daedra thing. Right? Taking that. Huh. Look what they have. What just happened? Uh, Hmm. I mean, I'm not going to use the Wabbajack, but okay. Oh, I can only use the Wabbajack. Alright, cool. That's cool. I'm going to kill the wolf. I'm grabbing as many materials as I possibly can. Like butterflies and mushrooms and the like. Where's that? You gotta wait like an hour. Is that my goat? Okay. Go check out some other shit. God, this thing takes forever to charge up. What if I fight him? I'm just gonna keep doing this until... Oh, okay. That's so weird. I did that one. The dream one was like not loading anything in, so I'll head back over there though. Where's the bandit chief? Huh? Okay, that missed him somehow. Alright, I'm out of here. Getting my ass kicked. Alright. That dragon priest was like annoying. Stop moving, damn it. This is a pain in the fucking ass. Come on. I can't even see my guy anymore. So... I'm trying, dude. I can't even see it, though. Can you get out of the corner, bro? I can't do anything within the corner like that. I gotta go fucking back, or something's gotta change. Gotta move, whatever. Let's try it again. I do want this item. But I guess I gotta go restart it. The fuck am I getting hurt by? The cold? Let's get back. Let's see if that helps any. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna save. Hey, what's up? Yeah, my bed's... Well, that's not my bed. This is a spare bed, but yeah. It's crazy right now. I just got a bunch of shit on it. So... I wish my person would, like, come out of this corner, my Atronaut, so I can change it to, I don't know, anything else. Doesn't seem like it wants to. Doggo's barking. Go back over here. Hopefully it'll reset it, because if it didn't, it looks like it got stuck. It's kind of annoying. Still fucking stuck. What if I hit one of them? Okay. I guess I was just shooting the wrong thing. Took a minute, but whatever. Alright, I'm going to call it a night. It's been 2 hours. Call it a night. Just rest. Go to bed, go to work in the morning. Come back and do more of this. I'm going to grab materials that are in here that I could technically keep, because nobody really knows I'm in here. No one wants a potato. No one wants cabbages. We will take the salt piles, though. Sacks of flour? Yeah. Why is there a fucking bed in here? I didn't mean to take those, but... Leather strips. What's this book? Okay, nothing of importance. Huh. There's the goat. Alright, where the hell do we leave? Where the fuck is the door? It's like a one... Okay, I see what happened. It's a one-way hallway, so... Up here. So you go all the way back across. Check stuff out. Where the fuck is... Oh. Just blind. Alright, I'm going to log off for the night. I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Please hit the share, like, subscribe, follow buttons, all those buttons. It'll help the algorithm out.